In part 3 of our investigation into the closing of Aspirus Ontonagon Hospital, I look into how the people of Ontonagon are coping with the mental anguish of losing their emergency department. The closing of Ontonagon's hospital has forced the residents of this small town to live in fear, with very little peace of mind.
I never ever saw this coming, and we all feel blindsided. We were just in shock when they made the announcement that in 60 days they would be closing, and no further comment, and I don't think any of us saw it happening. We're just devastated, feeling very betrayed and just devastated.
It made me feel pretty bad because we got a lot of health problems. Everybody got a lot of health problems. And we need people around, we need a hospital, we need an emergency room, we need everything. Yeah. It's like hurting everybody. Yeah. It's like, what's everybody gonna do? Go next village, next hospital? Everybody's gonna be hurting.
It's just unthinkable. I just don't know how they could do it. And then it's a kick in the teeth having them take $30 million up to Larium in the Keweenaw. Then again, right after that, $300 million to the St. Luke's facilities over Duluth. I just think it's so sad. I just don't know what anybody's going to do. I really don't. It just really scares me.
And they were also filled with anger about the way Aspirus shut down their hospital. They were notified through a press release, giving just 60 days notice with absolutely no communication from Aspirus since. Ontonagon was founded in 1843 and has had a hospital since the 1880s. Aspirus took over in 2007 as their first hospital in Michigan. Village manager William DuPont feels that being given such short notice was unfair.
That's the one thing that Aspirus, I feel like they should have given us more time to get things in place to save people. And this whole, we only had a 2-week prep or 3-week prep, whatever it was, to figure this out, we're going to be done in 3 weeks. That's not a great time frame to set up life-saving systems, I'll say.
The closing of the hospital, especially the emergency room, will undoubtedly have implications well beyond health care. DuPont says that this single event will change the personality and the face of his town.
And so I do see a shift going to more vacation homes, more Airbnbs. I definitely see a shift going to more of a touristy town, which is good and bad. I mean, at some point, though, you need residents to live here to support the businesses all the time.
It may seem like a lost cause, but some lawmakers are not giving up. I spoke to Senator Ed McBroom on his way to Lansing.
And I think that there's still opportunities, finding somebody else who's willing to do it. Political pressure on Aspirus, but to a large extent, a lot of these options are coming very late to the table because Aspirus didn't give everybody a heads up they were doing this until the last minute. It's certainly something that Congressman Bergman and I have discussed, is how other states have a 6-month notification law. That we definitely need to do that in Michigan, but that's not going to help us with Ontonagon right at this moment.
With thousands of tourists enjoying the Porcupine Mountains to hazardous jobs like logging and mining, and with an average population over the age of 60, Ontonagon residents feel an emergency room is crucial to the survival of their community. Once again, village manager William DuPont.
There's a lot of older people here. There's a lot of retired people. There's a lot of people on Social Security. A lot of folks that have owned their house for a long time. And I know some of them are probably thinking they don't want to stay here anymore because there isn't an ER available, and I think that's just shame.
One of the most disturbing realities of this situation is that many elderly residents will be forced to move away or live in constant fear. Ontonagon native Cheryl Sundberg wants to stay in her home, but questions the safety of remaining.
No, I don't want to move. I don't want to leave here. But I want a chance to survive if something bad happens, that I can get to medical emergency care in a reasonable amount of time to have my best chances of survival, and I think everybody in the community deserves that.
One thing is certain, though, Aspirus is not reopening the Ontonagon Hospital emergency room anytime soon. And so, the good people of Ontonagon will be forced to make the hour-long drive to the nearest emergency facility, praying through each mile that they make it on time. In Ontonagon, John Truitt, Local 3 News.
Up next, weather with Tom Kippen.